Welcome, my friends. Welcome to Touching the Edge. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being part of this practice of having that deep sense of knowing and how we can come to it. How can we know what we need to do rather than convince ourselves of what we need to do? And so to me, one of those elements, and we've talked about it here recently, that element of the booster rocket that takes the spaceship into space and then the booster rocket falls away. And one of those elements that I want to suggest is recognizing that volatility can be the fuel that actually supports you in stability. When you find that outer element that creates a charge, and we often use the word trigger. Now, that really isn't my inner word for that because it really connects to a form of violence, but that's how we frame it in the world. So I will use that term right now. When you find that thing that really triggers, that volatility, when you find people who are irritable and in conflict around you, and you see people behaving in ways that you really are not comfortable with, you can use that energy to fuel inner stability by balancing the inner and the outer world. Remember, when you find that shift and that ignition in the outer world, do something that connects you to the inner world. There's an infinite amount of space externally, but there's also an infinite amount of space internally. And when you balance those two, when you use that signal of volatility to do something that connects you to consistency and connects you to your purpose, then what happens that feels like a siren is actually a signal for you to ground and calm. And gradually your grounding and calming become your baseline rather than external identification. And when you do, the whole world is a shining abundance. It's like an elder who shines in every direction. You know that type of elder that you really appreciate and who's a font of wisdom and becomes a hope for those around us? It reminds me of that song Grandma's Hands by Bill Withers. When you become that presence in your life, even challenges that are profound for yourself make you more deeply connected to who you really are. So use that volatility because it's exactly what you need in order to find your purpose. I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. Here we go. That volatility reminds us to be rooted in love. And when we are in that root of love, we shine in all directions at once, just like the sun. Thank you so much for joining, my friend. Have a wonderful day. Please don't forget to help us build this circle, because when we build this circle, we are supporting the world. Namaste. Thank you.